TNT. This song really gets me pumped up.
Blasted already, please.
I put it in the group. The link.
How it changed.
So, Mister, when you come in the scene, this is the stream. This is the stream, and this is transition. Transition is right here. Audio. Wait. Oh,
So when I finish something, I
You can
just
still
go back
hear me,
to
right?
transition.
Fuck.
I didn't.
Audio off, right? And when we start the stream, sorry. Enable audio,
Okay.
right? And then you start.
Okay.
Or if you want, I can.
But and it's okay just to
Sorry.
use keyboard.
Yeah. No, you will have to go here and then here because the keyboard.
Slides are smaller.
It's all the same.
Okay.
Oh right,
Yeah.
it's the slides are small. I should make it bigger. Right. Thanks for reminding me. Eh?
Yeah.
It's not fitting the scene properly. Oh, it is. My bad. Yeah, there we go. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, everything's perfect. So you will appear in this corner over here. And this will be the whole presentation. And you click on this and you keep going forward. Because we are messing around here, right? So this is the window of focus.
I got it.
Yeah.
If I mess up something, I trust you guys that you are good computer science engineers that you can fix every problem. I'm sharing the link, but you should share it on website.
Yeah. And for your convenience, I'll close Telegram now. I will take care of everything from there. Which website? You mean Facebook?
No, with our website.
Our website. Simon, would you do that, please? Share it on. Really? Okay, I'll do. I have only it on my computer. I'll do it quickly before we start.
Okay, post it on Instagram. Let me.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Hello, people. So we are your student council, Computer Science Student Council of the Saarland University. Today we will start our Master Step 2020 event to help you with a lot of stuff. So for the introductions, I'm Beste, and right now I'm with my friend from the Student Council. Here is Atul. Okay, come here with me. This guy is Atul, and this guy is, you will see soon, Simon. So right now, today, and for 2 days, today and tomorrow, within the hours that we have mentioned on our schedule, we will try to help you with a lot of stuff. So let's get started. Our first presentation will be about the Computer Science Student Council. So we will try to introduce ourselves to you. First of all, when you come to the university or when you search stuff about us, you may also see us with this Fachschaftsrat name or CS Student Council. And we have 15 elected members as well as some volunteer members. And so you can see our team here, which are a lot of computer science students and some media informatics, some visual computing students. So just try to recognize some faces, or you may ask any of the questions to those people when you come to the campus and when you see them. So here are elected members, and also we have some volunteer members. Elected members are elected by the students once per year, and volunteer members are members which help us without being elected. So again, we have computer science students, mathematics and computer science students, from bioinformatics and from media informatics. So we are all here for your benefit, and feel free to ask us any of your questions and talk with us if you want to talk about anything, because we are here for you. So what do we do? What is the Computer Science Student Council? First of all, we are representing you towards the other institution and towards the computer science department. Our main aim is actually to improve your study conditions, and additionally, we organize a lot of social and cultural events, and we provide you some of the services that you may benefit during your studies. Other than that, if you are studying in any of those departments, which are computer science, bioinformatics, media informatics, embedded systems, visual computing, cybersecurity, entrepreneurial cybersecurity, and data science in artificial intelligence. So if you are studying in any of those departments, you are represented by us, so feel free to come to us for your problems. And also, let's talk about the services that I have mentioned at the beginning. First of all, we are able to provide you some of the old exam questions in hard copy versions that you may benefit during your studies for the exams. Other than that, we have a student printer, which you can use 100 free copies per month per person. However, unfortunately, we are facing with a big crisis called Corona, and right now we are not able to provide you our printer service. But please follow us on our channels or other media. So soon, when we finally again make it available, we will be sharing the details about how you can use it. So also we have mailing lists, one for events announcements, another for research assistant positions and jobs, and another for public discussion list of the council, as well as our meeting minutes. So please follow those mailing lists and you get informed about anything related to those. Other than that, we are a sympathetic ear. So as I repeat again and again, we are here for you. So if you have any problems regarding your studies, or if you face any orientation problems, please feel free to contact us through the mail channel or through Telegram. However, just we should mention it here that we are not tutors, so unfortunately we are not qualified enough to help with your classes. But again, we will try to help you with any problem other than that. So again, let's talk a little bit about our events. It will be a bit unfortunate, but usually we provide free breakfast and summer barbecue, winter party, a job fair called Next, a get-together and pub crawl event where you can meet with people and have nice drinks, or board game night or LAN parties. However, again, during the Corona crisis, we are not able to provide any of those yet. So let's keep in contact and let's follow the regulations provided by the university and the Saarland state. And when we finally are available again for those, we will, of course, inform you again. However, we are not free during this time. Other than that, we are providing a Discord account where you can talk with us, ask your questions, communicate all the time. And also we provide some online game nights within our Discord account. So again, we will be working for you even under this unfortunate circumstances. So, okay, when you will finally be able to come to the campus, we are located in the E13 building within the 4 rooms that you will see on the map here. Just go within the building and go to the 2nd floor and you will see us in there. So when again campus is available and again when we open our rooms for your service, feel free to visit us in there. Other than that, please follow us. I keep saying that, so you can follow us within our website, with our Facebook account, Twitter account, Instagram account, or Telegram bot, or Discount account. So please use any of those which are suitable for you to keep yourself informed about our announcement as well as our events. Okay, so let's go to the website. Okay, we have a website code in here, and when you go to our website, at the beginning of the, when you choose the English language for the website, at the beginning of the website, you will see a blue box where we have also shared a link called Master English, which directs you to a document called Orientation Document. We will update again this document at the end of our 2 days event, but within the slides, or we will be sharing with you a lot of links and information. And you can find all of those information and links within the document that is linked to our website. Also, you can find the links to the social media accounts that I have mentioned earlier on the website. So you can just go there, follow us from any of them, and keep yourself informed. Okay, other than that, usually, as I mentioned, we have once per year an election to elect the council members. Of course, we also want you to join us to help us as well as doing some stuff for the new students like you for the next semester. So if you would like to join us, please come talk with us. We are not sure yet if the election will be held regularly in this semester, but even though it would not be, feel free to volunteer for any of our events and join us whenever you feel like. Finally, if you have any questions about about the student council, you can ask them on our YouTube live channel right now with the comments, or you can also write them on our Discord account or any of the social media channels that I have mentioned before. So that's all for the student council, and I wish you a very happy, healthy, and successful semester.
Hello, everyone. My name is Atul, and as in best introduced before, I'm a member of Students' Council at the Saarland University. I'm a student of Masters in Computer Science, and I've been here for 5 or 6 semesters. Last year, we started with Master Step for the first time because we felt there was a gap of knowledge when students come here, and we could contribute to them what we have learned here with our experience. Unfortunately, last semester we couldn't do a master step because, of course, because of COVID and everything was chaotic and we had no idea what was going on, how we would proceed. But this semester we are back with a similar edition of last winter semester, but this is where we are doing this online for obvious reasons. And we are glad we are back here and we are able to reach you through whatever ways possible. So I will introduce you to how things work around in Saarbrücken after you arrive here in your first weeks, what things you need to do, and how to get settled in Saarbrücken. First, we have a checklist for new master students. Once you arrive in Saarbrücken, first thing you have to do is you have to register at the residence registration office at Bürgeramt For this, you will need a valid personal identity documentation. It could be your passport, or if you are a resident of Germany or EU, it just could be your national permit. With that, you will need a written confirmation from your landlord, which is going to be a rental agreement, followed by a lease contract. And with these three, you can register as a citizen of the city at the Bugrant. And once you have the document from Bugrant, it is extremely important for every other step that follows. For example, for the bank, or for the university, or for your permanent residence permit. You really should keep your document from Bugrant safe, and as you need to open the bank account and residence permit. So always keep photocopies of it. And the good thing is, wherever you take these documents with you, everyone will take a photocopy and return the original to you at the same time. So yeah, proceeding to opening a bank account. As you're familiar, the restriction for visa is 853 euros per month of expense, and which amounts to 10,236 euros. And you will definitely have this in a blocked account if you're an international student before you arrive in Germany. But once you arrive in Germany, you need to make a blocked account in one of the local banks like Sparkasse or Bank Saar, or you have a couple of other options. For this, you will need a personal ID, similarly as, for example, a passport or your ID card from your country, the residence certificate that you got from Bugamt, and also the immatriculation document from the university. Once you have these, you are free to open a blocked account from any of the banks of your choice. They all might have different conditions, and we will not get into that here, but choose wisely. Please be aware that due to Corona, everyone needs appointments, and you should call your bank before you make the appointment, and do not show up directly. And moving on to German health insurance. Students who are already a part of European Union or have the EHIC card do not need to take separate health insurance. But other than that, everyone who wants to study at the Saarland University will need a public health insurance, which can be provided by one of these three: AOK, IKK, or TK. And the good thing is they all have very similar prices and comparable services. So it's kind of a no-brainer. For registering at the German health insurance, you will need your passport, the enrollment certificate, the bank account details, and the registration certificate from Bugaun. So every document you get in the previous step just adds to the next step. And you keep on collecting them, and at the end, things will be fine. Since the last semester, our university has enabled a SIM portal, which is used for admission and enrollment, which is conveniently at a very good time when physical presence and personal meetups are very unlikely and risky. So once you have these documents, once you have your bank account, once you have your health insurance card, and once you have your address, you can upload these documents at the university's SIM portal, and with the receipt of your fee payment, you can enroll at the university. You will also need a passport size of a specific passport photo of a specific size, your bachelor's certificate, and a payment receipt of 228 euros for this semester. The bank account details are on your screen, and they will also be provided to you in a document, or you can look up on the university's welcome center page and get this information as well. Getting a residence permit. So once you have your visa, your visa is only valid for 90 days. And before your visa expires, you need to apply for a residence permit and obtain it. The procedure for this has changed a bit since before. And once you have all the documents as mentioned before, you can either mail them at zab@lavasaarland.de, or you can give them a call and they will send you a letter for the appointment, which should arrive conveniently 6 to 8 weeks before your visa expires. Show up at the date of appointment with all the listed documents, for example, the visa and your valid passport, one recent photograph, the application completed, a copy of your registration of Bugam, a copy of your immatriculation Bescheinigung, health certificate, blocked account, and your residence permit application fee, which is, I think, 75 euros as of now. And after a brief meeting, all of this will be sorted out, and you will have your residence permit provided to you in the next appointment. So this is the process of the first few weeks after you arrive at Saarbrücken. We will take up questions about this in the question hour. Move on to the next one. So once you have arrived in Saarbrücken, in the first few weeks, you will, of course, settle in. And fitting into Saarbrücken is very easy, as I have noticed. First thing you have to do is you have to find an apartment. This usually people do before coming here, and it can also be helpful to you after you arrive, as you would like to change the place you live in or find a better place. The most common option for students is student Wohnheim or the hostels provided by the university. There are a couple of options which are provided by the university itself, by the student in work. For example, the Wahlhaus Residence Complex, Student Residence E, A, B, and C are and Gukelsberg. They're quite popular. They are spacious and they are very inexpensive. You can apply for them. You can apply for these Wohnheims through the Student and Works website, and you can find the application form on their website. It usually takes a semester for the application to go through, and the rooms are fairly cheap with bike parkings and kitchen and bathroom and usual facilities available. Or if you do not want to go for student Wohnheims, you can also go for private residence. For example, there is ASK Wohnheim, there is also Karls Duisburg House, and a whole bunch of other options, which are also cheap for students and a good place to live in. They have good community atmosphere. Other than that, if you do not want to live in Wohnheims, there is WG gesucht, where you can look for roommates or flats with cool living space. For WG gesucht, you can describe, you have to create an account and describe yourself what your priorities are. For example, when I was looking for an apartment, I really wanted a bathtub. And I found an apartment with a bathtub. And my roommates are musicians, and we have a really nice, friendly atmosphere at our home. So you have to set your priorities, you have to set your budget, and then you can create an account in Wegegesuch and describe what you prefer and how you would prefer things to be. You can also, making your account in German and putting information in German really helps, but only do that if you are willing to put time in learning German and investing in the language and the culture, or otherwise you would only be setting wrong expectations. Now that you have a place, you will also need supplies. And for that, Saarbrücken is full of shopping centers and malls and grocery stores. We have Aldi, we have Lidl, Netto, Edeka, and a long list of grocery stores which specialize in Turkish, Indian, Sri Lankan, or even different Asian cuisines. And every weekend we have a farmers market in the Saarbrücken city center, which which is local and fresh produce. The thing is, all stores in Saarbrücken close at 8 p.m. except for restaurants, and all stores are closed on Sundays and public holidays because people prefer to enjoy their private time. So before you have a weekend, plan for the weekend. Other than grocery shops, we also have Karstadt, which is a general big public, which is a general a very big department store. We have DM and we have Bauhaus and a whole bunch of other things which you will learn about when you come here. The biggest shopping center in Saarbrücken is this. It's Bahnhofstrasse, which goes around from Hauptbahnhof to the city center, and it is full of just shopping places. And you can see people huddling in these streets and shopping and enjoying their evening almost every day. Yeah. The good thing about Saarbrücken or Germany in general, since I came here, is it's really clean. And the reason for that is people are responsible and they have a good sense of cleanliness and waste segregation when they live in Saarbrücken or when they live in Germany. Waste segregation is of course important because that enables recycling and saves a lot of time and cost for the authorities, I guess. In Germany, waste is divided into 6 or 7 different categories, and we have we have gelbe sack, which in which you can throw plastic, aluminum cans, and Tetra packs in different kind of packagings. Gelbe sack is usually collected by the Saarbrücken city authorities once in 2 weeks. You will find this information on the website, on the Saarbrücken city authorities website. It's a whole timetable of when what will be collected. Then you have brown waste bag, which is for biodegradable waste. Then you have blue containers, which contain altpapier, or paper cartons, or cardboard boxes, or pizza boxes, or anything. Do not put dirty tissues in them. They go into biomill or restimill. For glass, of course, when you're in Germany, you really have to drink beer. And when you drink beer, you also drink wine and a whole lot of other things. And each of them comes in a different type of glass. I'm not sure why. But for the brown glass, for example, the beer glasses, you have a brown glass container. For the green ones, for example, red wine bottles, you have the green glass container. And for all the white bottles, for example, vodka bottle, you would put them in the white glass container. Please remember not to put general broken glass material in them because these are meant for recycling. Batteries have their own category, and usually Wohnheims or apartments or even the university will have a separate battery discarding facility. And if you're confused if you're confused with certain particular kind of waste which doesn't fit in any of these categories, it goes into restimill. To enable recycling further, Germany usually charges a small fund, which is recycling fee, for plastic bottles or glass containers. When you have a particular sign of fund, and you collect these bottles or soda containers or any recyclable material, and you can put them in this recycling machine inside shopping malls like Netto or Rewe or all of these places. They give you certain money which adds up sometimes at the end of parties. For large waste material, for example, if you're moving out of a place or moving into a place and you have to discard your old bed or broken electronic material or something like that, like a chair, you have to ask for particular specific pickup, which costs 15 euros for 4-meter cube of waste. Or you can also put it on a Facebook page, which is called Zufrischenken, and you can give it away to people who would find a better need for the material that you do not. Similarly, in case you're throwing away clothes, shoes or blankets or things like that. You can also put them for donation. These donation boxes, they are usually yellow or pink in color. They're available at every every garbage site. So now that you have health insurance, you definitely would like to use it in case you need it. And your health insurance covers almost everything, including hospital treatment, emergency services, medical treatment as outpatients, dental treatment, wheelchair, or even uh, burial or repatriation in case. Let's hope not. You should refer to your health insurance for a detailed list of coverage, and it's quite easy to get in touch with them. How to find your way around hospitals? The first thing that you do when you find your home is look for the closest house arzt. It's a general physician who you will get in touch with for most of your needs. For example, if you're sick, or if you need a blood test, or if you have a headache which is not going away, you can directly visit a general physician, and it's good to have their phone number or their address in hand. IMPRS provides a list of English-speaking doctors, but there's also a doctor recommendation portal which is maintained by German government and city authorities. These hospitals, these general physicians usually have a open door policy, and you don't usually need an appointment to visit them. It's better to have one, but in case of emergencies or in case you think you really need to visit a doctor today, I would recommend reaching the hospital at 8:30 in the morning and speaking at the reception, and they will usually fit you in through the day in 1 or 2 hours. Otherwise it can get a little difficult to just reach a barge in and expect services at house arts. Other than house arts, you also have special hospitals, special clinics, for example, a dermatologist or a ortho a physician or a psychologist. These definitely always need an appointment because they're busy and they pay special attention to each patient that they get assigned to. If the need arises, your general physician will give you a reference to the doctor, and you have to take this as a reference, get an appointment, and show up for the appointment. Otherwise, the next appointment will be probably in a few weeks or also in a few months in some cases. The general physician or your specialist will give you a prescription, a small prescription page, which is usually in pink or green in color. Each of them have their own meaning, which you take to the pharmacist. If your slip is green in color, it usually contains over the counter medicine, for example, a painkiller or a flu medicine or a small antibiotic, and they usually cost €5. But if you have a more dedicated medicine, for example, a stronger antibiotic or something very specific to a particular condition, it would be pink or yellow in color, and they are already paid by insurance, and they have a limited validity. After the validity has expired, you will not be able to use that slip or obtain that medicine. Uh, for emergency services, Saarbrücken has 4 emergency clinics. We have you can these clinics usually have a 24/7 policy, and you should register them on your Google Maps or on your app according to whatever is closest to you. But be prepared that they do not see general physical ailments. You have to go to physicians for that, and this is only in case of emergencies. Now, the most annoying thing about living in Germany is you have to pay the radio tax every month. It can be fairly expensive if you're living in a Wohnheim and your Wohnheim doesn't pay for it. You will have to pay €17.50 every month. And if you're living in a WG, it is shared by all the people living in an apartment, because every door is charged €17.50. But sometimes it is common for student housing and Wohnheims to pay these radio tax themselves. For example, Waldhaus and ASK, they pay for these taxes on the student behalf, and you're lucky if this happens in your case. Also, if you have a BAföG or a German scholarship, you will be exempted from this radio tax service. So find out what applies to you and how it works for you. But if none of these applies, you have to pay for it. So this is a special presentation which we all would like to talk about how things are happening in Saarbrücken and in our university during Corona. First of all, how have things changed about arrival in Germany? Germany has closed its border to most of the non-EU countries and also especially risk areas. The list of non-risk areas is on the immigration control website, but that is not what we will talk about here. What you need to arrive in Germany if you come from a high-risk country, or a country which EU has not yet opened their border, but Germany has not yet opened their borders to, is a mandatory physical presence letter, which will be supplied to you by the university's welcome center on demand. And the letter says that you really have to come to Germany to finish your education or to finish this semester. Since our university is not providing a completely online course, they will be happy to assist you with this. And yeah, mail them about it. Second thing before you board your flight is now that you have your visa, you have your tickets and everything, you really need a COVID-19 PCR test, and the result should be negative, of course. And the test should not be more than 48 hours old at the time of boarding. Third thing, you will be asked to fill a form and give details of where you're going. So you need to have a proper resident address whenever you reach Germany. So you need to have your hostel or apartment, or in some cases, Wohnheims do not allow people to spend their quarantine time here. So you might have to book Airbnb for a while once you reach, but you need to have an address that you would give to the authorities before you arrive in Germany. Next thing you need is point A to point B, complete travel booking. For example, if you're starting from your home country or wherever you're boarding your flight, you have to have your flight ticket and your train ticket and your taxi or anything you need. You have to make all the arrangements beforehand to your destination. You will have, for example, you need to book your train or bus ticket from Frankfurt to Saarbrücken before you board in the flight. And the last thing that you need, and I highly recommend the Corona Warn. It's a contact tracing app. And I think we all know what it is. Once you arrive in Germany, be sure to email Gesundheitsamt and Ordnungsamt about your arrival with your address and and your date and time of arrival, and that you have a negative test before boarding the flight. You have to maintain a minimum of 14 days quarantine. You can skip this quarantine if you got a negative test after arrival in Germany. You can get a PCR test at Frankfurt Airport, or local authorities can also provide for this. But if you get a negative PCR test, you can skip quarantine from the time that you can prove that you have a negative test. And also, once you arrive here, be sure to inform the university, because when you're in quarantine, the university and the ZIS, or even us, we can help you with things you need. For example, grocery shopping or anything like that. because being in quarantine the first 2 weeks of arrival in Germany can be difficult. You do not know this place, you do not know what you need to do. So we'll be there for you if you need us. This is a list of quarantine tips from the university website. I would say pack a sufficient supply of meditation, bring enough clean clothes, a thermometer to check when you're in quarantine so that you don't get sick, or just pay attention to your health. It's good to have a thermometer in case you find yourself having some temperature spikes or anything like that. You can get in touch with authorities very quickly. And definitely get your entertainment option, and definitely get your mobile and computer chargers, because yeah, life in quarantine without them can be hell. Uh, I would like to address that if you have questions during live which you would like us to answer here, we will have a live session in 1 hour, a live Q&A session at 1:30, and also a live Q&A session after we finish for today at 3. While our team is assisting you on Discord and YouTube chat, we would like to continue the stream without interruption. And yeah, save your questions. If you really want to talk about it, we can talk about it in exactly 1 hour. So moving on. The enrollment services by the university is online only, since we have the convenient SIM portal. So once you arrive here, please do not barge into the welcome center with your documents or to the admission center for the admission, because you can upload all of these documents online along with your fee receipt and your certificate and your pictures and everything. And once you're done with that, you will receive an acknowledgement mail. Our university staff is really overworked right now, and we recommend that you wait for the acknowledgement mail for a week or at most 2. If it does not arrive in 2 weeks, you can mail them. You can also mail us. We can help you with this. But do not spam them with emails because they are busy. Etiquettes at the university campus. We have to maintain distance from everyone when roaming around in corridors or in offices. Maintain at least 6 feet distance. Always wear a mask when you're not sitting inside your particular personal space in an office, when you're moving around in buildings or common spaces or between buildings. Wash your hands regularly and use stairs instead of lifts. Do not knock on doors, call or email and set an appointment, so that we just reduce contact. How have things changed since the semester has started? Last semester was slightly chaotic, but we figured out what we need to do. And this semester is definitely hybrid, and it's in a better situation than last one. And the university has decided that all courses will be held online, especially because most of the courses have more than 20 or more, sometimes even more than 100 student attendees. And the minimum social distancing rules, we are not allowed to have more than 10 people in a room at a time. So in special cases like seminars or tutorials, when you have less than 10 students, it is possible to arrange for in situation or personal face-to-face classes, but in all the other cases, they are definitely going to be held online. Examinations will definitely be held on campus. And in case you have difficulty in reaching in Saarbrücken on time, or there could be hundreds of reasons in these situations, nobody knows. So you get in touch with your course coordinator and they can arrange for a re-exam or an online exam in very specific cases. But please do not abuse this facility. It's only meant for convenience. Sorry, it's only meant for emergencies. Visit LSF and keep in touch with your course coordinator for latest updates regarding your courses. And if you need access to online documents, or you need access to local resources from the libraries or anything, you can also, our university has a very robust VPN network, and you can use that to access our university network and local resources. Details about that will be provided in the document, or we can also provide them to you later. Finally, our information can get old because we will not be doing this again and again. We do this once in a semester, but keep you should keep yourself informed with the latest FAQs from the university and from the border control and from Bundespolizei about the latest happenings and what regulations apply at the time of your travel. So do not keep this information that we give you here right now as the final word because they may change and they most likely will. And finally, do not panic. As soon as you arrive in Germany, once you have your test, or even when you're living in Germany, if you get tested and you test positive, there's no need to panic. There are many cases where people just stayed in quarantine and isolated themselves, and they were fine in 5 days or 7 days. And we are all young and healthy, and I think we have the capability to fight this disease easily. But please do not go around and party as soon as you arrive here. If you test positive, start self isolation immediately. Inform health authorities, or also your test center will do that on your behalf. But be sure to inform your friends who you were in touch with recently, and so that they would get tested. And inform university's welcome center, and you can also inform us about it in case you need help. So this is that is it from me. Next slide, Beste will take over for the next slides. Hello guys, I think there is some interruption with our microphone, and if you give us a minute, we will fix this technical difficulty and be back with you in just 2 minutes. So have some patience. Thank you.
Hello? Check, check. Hello, people. I hope you can hear us better right now. So thank you for waiting for us to fix the problem we had. Again, please comment on live chat so that if you face any problems, so we will try to fix it as soon as possible. So right now I will be talking. Oh, it's not clear. Someone wrote it's not clear right now. Too low. Okay, maybe I increase. Can you hear me better? It's in much lower now. But okay, can you hear me if I shout like this? It's we are trying to fix again, just a couple of minutes. How about right now? Oh, yes, perfect. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, it's perfect. They said perfect. We can continue. Okay. So again, yeah, okay. Well, just without before we start, we faced this question a lot of times. Will the stream will be available afterwards? We didn't decide yet for how long, but we will keep it for at least a week for you to review the content again. And also, as I mentioned within the comments a couple of times, there is the orientation document on our website. So if you would like to check the links or some of the information, it's already on the document, so you can always reach there for the necessary information. Keep writing on the live chat, so we will reply either by comments or within our Q&A session, which will be held very soon, depending on our program. Okay. So right now I will be trying to present, I will be talking about the university facilities. Unfortunately, this will be quite a bit funny presentation because right now, under this corona state, many of those facilities are unavailable. But we still wanted to inform you because depending on the situation, they may be available again, and some of them are already available, so you will be able to use them. So let's get starting. Okay. So first of all, I will talk about some of the important offices that you may visit. There were a lot of questions on the live chat about some enrollment stuff or other stuff, so you need to contact those offices in case of necessity. Okay, so first of all, admission or enrollment office. It is located in the campus center A42. Unfortunately, you may even not know the buildings yet, but you will see when you arrive on the campus. So for your all questions related to your admission or enrollment, like my document did not arrive, I don't know if my enrollment is confirmed or other stuff, please contact this office. So they should be able to reply your questions. However, they are not providing off-site service right now, so you have to connect them with the mail given on this presentation slide. Also, you may go to their page on the university website and ask your questions. The second is card office. So usually when the situation was normal, you would get your card from there, but it's posted to you right now. But if you have any problem with your card, like it's not working anymore, it's broken, it's stolen, it's lost, you should just contact with the card office so you can provide you a new one. It's also located in the A44, and it is open even under the restricted operation time on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 8 to 12. Another important office is IT service desk, which you might need to contact about your email address, VLAN VPN accounts, item list. This item list, we will talk about it because it's quite important related to your exam registration. So in case of any problem related to those, you may contact with IT service desk. Another important office is examination office, which you need to contact when you have any problem about your exams or like you couldn't register, some problem with your registration, your credits are not counted. So then you need to contact with examination office. Okay, of course, it's only possible to contact them with mail right now. Let's continue. Yes, another office is study coordination. They help you with about your study or study regulations. It's in the E13 building. Right now you can contact them only by mail. Another office is Central Student Advisory Service, which helps you to decide what to study. Like if you are not sure about your studies, if you are within the right place, within the right studies, you may contact them. Any problems like that. Another office is International Office, which help you for exchange programs depending on the international agreements between the countries, between the universities in other countries and the Saarland University. Okay, right now I will continue with social activities, again under the corona situation. So usually, first of all, we have some sport activities in our university. There will be also another presentation later about Hochschulsport. You will hear about their facilities more in that presentation. But to give a brief introduction, they provide you, they called Hermann Neuberger Sportschule, or in short, Hochschulsport. They provide you a lot of different kind of sports that you can register. Even during this time, they provide some of them on-site or some online courses. They are some of them free, some of them require registration or a small payment. So please check their website. We will talk more about them later. Also, we have a university gym within our campus, which offers supervised training, fitness training with good coach. However, during this time, it was not like this in normal, but during this corona time, you have to book a place, like book your training session on their website because they have restricted number of people allowed on the location. Okay, so other than that, we have some student group, which you may see a brief introduction of the names in here. So you may help with them, join them if you feel like. Just follow the links. Of course, you are not able to click the links right now, but all of them are in our orientation document. Another important office is this, which organize excursions, city tours, guided tours, culinary food days, or cultural evenings, get-togethers. They also have You and Me buddy program, which they assign you a buddy that helps you everything related to your study, related to your getting used to the university. So please follow their page. Of course, they are also not able to provide some of their services, but still they provide some online meetings and such, or I think movie nights. So just go to their website and follow their events. And finally, we have ASTA, which is the General Student Committee. They also organize some of the events and they help students in some manners. Okay, right now, we will continue with places that you may eat in the campus, which is not available right now. So I'm very sorry for doing such a presentation, but of course some places are available and you will get a brief idea about what is in the campus and which might be available later again. Okay, usually these are the names that the names of the places that you could eat something. First of all, and yes, here is the map of our campus with the brief viewing of the locations that you can have some snacks, have a good meal, and such. And let's start with Mensa and Mensa Cafe, which is still available and you can still use. It's good. So Mensa is in the building D41, and you are paying there with your student ID, which you will be loading some money with the machines that we will talk about later. And in Mensa, you can get a set meal or a vegetarian meal, or you can get even some different meal with the different kind of contents in the free flow area. However, during the restriction functional operation, they have limited seatings available, so it's always a good idea for students, or most of the students right now do like go and take their food away. Also, there is Mensa Cafe at the first floor of the Mensa building, which offer also breakfast items, some hot dishes, salads, and snacks. We shared with you the operation hours here, but it would be always a good idea to follow their own websites since the situation changed quite often during this time. So you would be able to see the final information better. There is also Forum International on the third floor of the Mensa building. It also offers some snacks and such, and you can also take away your food from there. However, Mensa facilitates you to bring your own box for the takeaways, like for the environment, and also to reduce the cost of the used stuff. Okay. Right now, I will just. Right now, I will just. Okay. Someone said it's low. Can you hear me well right now? Or I will speak. I can. Okay. If I shout, can you hear me? I don't know. Okay, we will try to fix this problem. It's still low unless I. Okay. Extremely low. Oh, maybe we have some problem with the microphone. Yes, it's better, you said. Oh, okay, okay, it's fixed. Okay, cool. I think it's better. Maybe just no. I think it's a common problem since we always face with some technical problems. So then it's better now. Okay, cool. Thank you, people, for commenting. It helped us a lot. So please again comment if you cannot hear me or if you see any other problem. I will right now talk a bit quickly because right now we switched the part where you cannot eat, unfortunately. Okay, there is a Mensa Garten, which sometimes offers some food but not available right now. There is Sportlet Ref, where within the building of the Hochschulsport. I think it's still offers some stuff, but it would be better if you check their website for latest up-to-date information. There's Ausländer Cafe, another place. I will just show the slides to you, like you can see what kind of stuff they offer, but yeah, better check their website from our document, orientation document, or from the university website to see the final information. There is Philo Cafe. They offer nice vegetarian meals just to keep in, keep in check. But yeah, check their website. There is a cafe in Audimax Foyer. And yeah, I will just switch the slides. You may just check the information a bit. But oh yeah, this one is just at the entrance of the university campus. You will see when you enter, and you may still get some stuff there. But still, also check their website for the latest information. Another close place. Usually, we would use iCoffee because it's next to our computer science buildings with a lot of nice stuff, but it's closed right now, and we are not sure when it will be open again. But check their website for the latest information. There is Starbucks Cafe in B11 building. They offer also nice stuff, fast food heroes. Unfortunately, Campus Market should be open, but again, check their website for the latest information. It changes quite often, like how they provide the service and other stuff. So yeah, okay, at the end of the presentation. So please keep asking questions on our YouTube live chat. Also on Discord, you can ask your questions. And if you want, there will be also a Q&A session very soon, which will be live, and you will be able to ask your questions and get your replies online. Okay, thank you. And we will go to the next presentation right now.
Hello, everyone. We will take your questions now. Unfortunately, we will not take them live. Right, we will take them live definitely on text, but we will try to fix our audio problem just for a few more minutes. We can also take a small break. while we do that. And as soon as that is done, we will be live. First, we'll answer the questions that you want to discuss with us, and then we will continue with presentations. Beste will continue with further presentations. So, oh, thank you, Ujjwal. But yeah, some people have been complaining once in a while. Uh, Sorry, the video will be available for you for a few days until a week or two, but then we will have to remove the video for privacy issues, and also the presentations will not be available. But we have a special document which is called orientation document, which has everything which we tell you about, which is much more than these presentations, and we will make them available on our website. Yeah. So for a minute, we will switch to, we will be offline for 2 minutes, and we will be back hopefully with a better sound quality. Please have some patience. Thank you. Hello. Uh, we tried to fix something. I hope it is better. But okay, we are back for a live Q&A. We have a friend here as well, and we have some more experts on our Discord channel. Thank you, Ujjwal. Yeah. So yeah, we will be here for you for the next few minutes, just answering questions. And we also have this link available here so that if you did not have these links and did not have these channels, you can get in touch with us right now. So what's the first question? Hello. Yeah. So what is the question?
Any fee for the city registration, they ask.
No, there's no fee for the city registration, but there is fee for residence permit. I think I said that was for 75 euros. But no, there's no fee for the city registration.
But be sure to not be late because then you may get fined. It's important that you register at the city that you arrive and will be leaving. And also it's important to unregister, or I don't know which is the correct word, from the city that you will be leaving, because otherwise you may be fined, and fines are quite high in Germany. So please be careful.
Fines are high in Germany, yes.
Yes.
This is for when you're leaving the city. For example, you have exmatriculated from the university, or you're changing for whatever reason, or if you're in Erasmus, yeah, for that purpose. Ujjwal asked if there's a provision for switching programs.
So as Nicolas, who's also part of the Students' Council, answered in the Discord already, if you want to switch programs within our computer science department, you need to fulfill the same entry requirements that you would need to fulfill if you applied there. The study coordinator, Tanja Preinig, is the right person to contact if you are interested in this. Yeah. What is the contact number of your council? So we have a contact email address. Yeah, you can look up all the infos on our website, cs.fs.uni-saarland.de. We have a contact email address.
There's a page where you can see all of the members that we shown on the presentation, as well as the personal links for the mail accounts of each member. So feel free to contact any of them that you feel comfortable to contact with. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, there is a telephone in our rooms, but it's probably not the best idea to contact us this way.
There are telephones in our rooms, but we are not in our rooms. Probably, I'm not really sure. So, sorry, the question is it possible to get my UDS card by post to India? I'm not really sure, but the thing is, you will not need your UDS card in India. Once you're done with your registration and enrollment, the university will send you an email which consists of your login ID, like your student number, your email address, and the password, which you of course supposed to change as soon as you get it. But other than that, that's all you need for all kinds of access. The card is not going to provide you free transportation in India or free food in India either. So it's only useful over here. We will come back with UDS with a special presentation about the UDS card right after the QA. So yeah, hold your breath about that.
There is a question about the semester break. So usually the semester has about 15 weeks of lectures. This all gets shifted a little bit during COVID times. Some call it vorlesungsfreie Zeit in German, so lecture-free period. Actually, there are some lectures in this period where you can have some blog seminars. There also are exams during this lecture-free time. Yeah, you can find about the dates of the lectures in the LSF for each lecture. There might be some lectures during the in March or at the beginning of April that will take only 1 or 2 weeks, but cover the same content as a seminar over the whole winter semester. Is there a minimum compulsory attendance? Some course timings are clashing, so how do we manage this? Usually it depends on the lecture itself, but for the online lectures, so in general there is no minimum compulsory attendance. If some lecturers want to have this compulsory attendance, they will tell you. but it should be no problem to have to attend 2 lectures that share the same time slot.
Um, is it necessary to renovate visa after getting residence permit? No, you do not need to renovate your visa after you receive a residence permit. It allows you to live in Germany and travel around in Europe. But for traveling in Europe, you have to have your passport with the original visa. It might have expired, but it doesn't really matter. And with that, you will need your residence permit.
Let's add also a small information here. Probably new students will not need this, but if any of the old students whose visa expired when they were abroad, if they need to come here and if the residence permit expired and visa also expired, and if they are not able to renew their visa since the offices are closed, you just need to contact the immigrant office in Saarland so they can organize a Funktion-Bescheinigung document, and they can send you to your to the consulate in your home country or wherever you are. Then you can get this paper and come here and use it until you get a new residence permit. So just check the website of the contact immigrant office for such cases.
Someone asked about the deadline for registration for the lectures, or the start of registration. So for seminars, there is a website where you can register for seminars, seminars.cs. Okay, okay. Okay, so there will be a presentation, especially for the registration for lectures and for seminars. Yeah, you still should maybe this afternoon have a look at the seminars, because the registration will end on October 26th, which I think is on Sunday. Yeah, but there will be a dedicated lecture for the registration of the lectures. Can I take extra courses even after exceeding 120 credits? Usually, no one checks how many credits you have when you register for a course.
Okay, just a small information. We have a presentation for lecture registration, but just for this semester, some of the classes require additional registration. Especially I saw many of them in the visual computing courses. So best would be check the web page of the individual lecture page and see if they require a registration, because some classes are held with Teams or other media, so they need to register you for the class to let you have the access. So we will talk more about it, but yeah, check the lecture page that you are interested in. It's important.
So guys, we have arranged the topics in a way that we said we talk about some specific topics, then we have a QA, and then we talk about more topics, and then we have a QA. We have, if you have seen the schedule, we have arranged for lectures and programs for tomorrow, which will be dedicated to all the education material that you need over here, or education information that you need over here. So it would be better if you can wait, hold these questions. If these questions are not answered tomorrow, then we will have a QA session, of course, after that. So moving on to the next question. Yeah, Surya, can I take more than 120 credits? Yes, this university is free and it gives you education as much as you want. So if there is a course offered and you're eligible for taking that course, definitely go ahead. You can even take 240 credits. It will not be a problem. Divnesh. Students can carry printout for the receipt of the transportation. Yeah, you can do that, but please keep this only for the first few weeks until you do not have your student card, because it's possible that you might get into an argument with the bus driver later at the at the first semester. In the first few weeks, it's understandable that you do not have the card, but in the middle of the semester, it does not make sense that you carry the printout. So you might be inviting some arguments in that case. There's a question for you. Since the semester is online, we can't interact with other students easily. Is the student council arranging an event or new students that we can so that you can know the new fellows. We have something on Discord for courses and stuff, right?
Well, we do have the Discord channel in which you can basically interact with fellow students. Right now, we don't have any specific events planned, but there were some ideas about stuff like online game nights and stuff like this. But this is not concrete yet, so we know that the situation is difficult and it's hard to get to learn each other, and we're trying to get some ideas going.
That's the Discord.
On this side of the this side of the
Discord is
you
this blue
can find
thing.
the Discord link on this side. So please go to the link and you will see our channels on Discord, and you can talk with us there, and you can get informed with the events there.
I mean, I've also seen that some fellow students of yours proposed to make like a sheet where they collect contact information so they get to know each other. So maybe that's a good idea.
With your UDS card, if it's validated, you can use public transport in the whole state of Saarland. You can use you can also use the trains, but not the ICEs, because they would stop only in Saarbrücken anyway.
There's a question by the last one, Deepanshu Mehta. Alternate email. I mean, the only option is he has to wait for a while and then send an email again.
I don't think that there's an alternate way to contact people responsible for the enrollment.
The thing is, just last week, our university's welcome center made an update asking students to have some patience because the employees are understaffed. I mean, the department is understaffed. People are working from home, and there's a very long list of emails that they have to go through. So I appreciate your patience for 10 days, but I recommend wait for 2 more days and then send them an email again. But do not worry, everything will be fine. They usually go through this stuff, and everyone is dealing with the same pandemic as we are, right? So they will get through with this, and they will your application will not be a problem. What? I have no idea about this. Priya. The question is, I haven't received my Rentebescheinigung number from previous city. Can I get it from the city here, or do I have to get it from the Weimar city? Do you guys know?
Did you guys get the Renteversicherungsdaten?
No, we came in Saarbrücken. The first place that we came was Saarbrücken.
Did you get it right at the beginning or when you started working?
No, I got it right in the beginning. When I registered for the city, I got a post with the tax. It's a tax number, right?
No, yeah, for your pension.
Okay, pension. Yeah, same thing. I'll get the figure.
So if you come to Saarbrücken, you need to talk to the office of the city anyway, so they should be able to help you. Yeah, but it's yeah. Nick replied, but I think you wanted to know where you can get it in the first place. Yeah, but if you have one, it will not change. I would suggest to contact the city council from Saarbrücken when you register here.
There was a guy shouting in the chat, can someone answer questions? Can someone answer questions? Mario, probably.
That's what we are doing, right?
Yeah, he was doing that while we were talking, giving presentation, and now he's nowhere to be
Don't
seen.
answer this question about late arrival.
What?
Because
Which
they
one?
ask you quite like, can I complete it when I arrive?
I don't see that question here, but yeah, it's quite likely that you might not arrive right now. So that's why we have Sim Portal where you can finish the enrollment. We have LSF where you can start, where you can register for your courses. And then all courses are online, so you can sit at your home in your comfortable and safe place. And you can start with the courses and you can arrive to Saarbrücken when it is convenient for you. It's highly recommended that you come here in the next couple of months so that things are sorted out before the exam season start, because that's a very different headache. And even when you arrive, like whenever you arrive, things can be done here. The process of things to do after arrival can happen anytime. Yeah, except for health insurance is a mandatory thing for your admission. So you have to do that. And unfortunately, even if you're in a different country, you will be paying for health insurance every month. But other than that, city registration, residence permit, and things like this will only happen after you come here. So yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that please take into consideration that there are a lot of delays in those immigration office and other kind of offices right now during the corona. So you may think that I come 1 month later and it will be fine at this time, but even it takes a lot of time to get an appointment from them. And even right now, some of us applied, but our residence permit arrives much later. So just try to put some buffer in everything that you will be doing, so you don't face with any unlucky situation. Also, please check the lecture page. Usually with online lectures, it should be okay, but some of them have on-site exams within the semester, or some of them require off-site attendance. So you might need to come for those lectures.
So moving to the next question, Thomas asked, would you recommend waiting for the presentation of courses on 26th? Yeah, it's a good idea, because each professor and each lecturer will be giving a brief description of their courses and the requirements and things like that. And also a small correction that it's on 27th. The presentation will be started by our dean with an introduction to our campus and all the facilities, research facilities here, and followed by a detailed description of all the courses that will happen in this semester. So yeah, if you want to, I would recommend waiting for a couple of days, have a look at what they want to say, and then you can register for the courses that you prefer.
I think there's a problem with the date of the introductory lecture for master students, because it says that it is held on 27th of October. The problem is seminar registration will only be open until end of 26th of October. So you for everything except the seminars, you can just get informed in the introductory lecture. For the seminars, please check the seminar site. You can also find it in the LSF, and we will show it to you. We will show you all the information about the seminars in the dedicated presentation. But for core lectures and advanced lectures, the introductory lecture on 27th is a really nice presentation.
What is the event on 27th called? What's it called? But if you, what you need to do is you need to go on LSF, check for master's courses, and check for introductory course. You will find just one course listed in there for 27th, and that is the course that it is. I think you should.
So there are actually, if you go to the LSF to master programs, computer science or informatics, maybe it's called informatics in there. And in the introductory lectures, there are actually two events. One is the STEP, so this event we are having now, and the other one is the Einführungsveranstaltung Informatik, nicht für Studienanfänger Bachelor. So it's introductory lecture for computer science, not for bachelor students. Yeah.
I remember someone asked a while ago, while I was giving one of the presentations, if someone is interested in two classes and two courses and they clash, what do you need to do? The best option is you can take both of them and you can attend the lectures because they would be saved and they would be available for you. Second thing is these lectures are offered every year, every alternate semester. So you can take one this time and take the next one next time. So because you will definitely be spending more than 3 semesters over here, more than 4 sometimes in most cases. So do what you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add something about it. Even though you have this option, I would personally suggest you to take whichever course you can take and you would like to take, because some of the courses from the last semester are not provided right now during the corona, and maybe after the corona some of the ones that you have right now may not be provided again. So yeah, better you try to follow the courses whichever you can, or if you are really interested into the topic.
Yeah, so there was a question on Discord if you register for an exam or a course in the LSF, if you can also deregister. And the short answer is yes, you usually can, provided you do it early enough. So for example, if you register for an exam, then I think you can deregister until until 1 week from the exam. So yeah, if you do it, if you register now, there's nothing compulsory, should be fine.
So there you go. The question is addressed again. I did not realize that it was about core and advanced lectures. In that case, if you're interested in both of them, and if in case they're related, I recommend taking the core lectures first and advanced lectures later. I would explain. There's a like, there's a not a very hard logic behind this, but we will talk about it tomorrow.
So for Master Wirtschaftsinformatik courses, so we cannot talk about courses specific to the economy department. Yeah, there will be most of the courses in computer science will be online.
So I see that most of the questions that are popping up here are about courses, and I would repeat again that we would have about programs and courses and everything tomorrow. So please hold this until tomorrow. Will you be able to access this session later? We will have this online for a week or two, but unfortunately after that we will have to remove the video. But we have an orientation document, which is exactly what we're talking about in further detail, and you will be able to access it. But if you want to hear us talk or have a live conversation with us, I recommend you watching this video. So right now we would take a 10-minute break because we need a break. We need some water. And you guys can also move your ass around for a while. And then we should be back in the next 10 minutes and we will continue with the presentation. We have some of our friends here who would join and give you information about the next sessions. All right, guys. See you soon.
Hello, people. Again, we continue with our presentations. Just let us know if you cannot hear us again, or if you face with any technical problems regarding our stream. Right now, I will make an introduction about your UDS card. There were a lot of questions already about it, so let's talk a little bit about it. First of all, the UDS card is your identification card for all the process within the university. It's your student ID, it's your transportation card, and many things a lot. And for the lucky people who already got their card, it has such a view. And you can see your name, you can see your student number, as well as if you confirmed, you can see the semester stamp on your card. So basically, this the card how it looks like. So let's continue with the functions of your card. First of all, there is your student number, matriculation number on your card, which is assigned to you and at your enrollment. And it's required for all the process within the university. So when you will be registering for classes, for exams, or such stuff, so keep note of your matriculation number. Also, there is the stamp of the enrolled semester at the under the card, like under below part of the card. Usually, at the first time when you get your card for the first time, it will be already stamped for you for the first semester. But for the next semester, you will need to get the new stamps after you pay your semester fee for each semester on your card, so that you will be able to use it for the transportation. And another use of your student card is for payment process. First of all, I should mention that there are machines in the Welcome Center building, as well as the Mensa building, that you can load money to your student card by any bank card or in cash. So when you put money in your student card, you will be able to pay for your meals in Mensa or Mensa Cafe or such places. Also, you will be able to use your card to pay for your printing for the printing facilities. There are printing machines other than the printer, student printer council provides. There are printing machines within the campus building, as well as the computer science library. So you will have to pay for your prints on those machines, and you can pay by using your student card after you load money on your student card. Also, your student card is very important to unlock the doors of the building within the campus, because to access some safe rooms or notebook rooms, or when you want to access the computer science building outside the normal hours, work hours, or weekends, you will have to use your card. Even there are specific rooms like visual computing room that you will need to use your card to open the locks of the doors. Okay, just a small question. I will reply. What is the notebook room for? Right now it's Corona time, so they are not available. But usually there are notebook rooms where you can go and study there with the screens that you can connect your laptop for and study there. And most of them are open 24 hours, so you could study there. However, those are not possible right now. But yeah, you will see when you come to the campus and when everything is available again. So let's talk about the transport. I should move myself on this side so you can see better what we wrote. Okay, first of all, I mentioned that there will be a stamp on your student card. It's important because it is what the drivers will see if you are able to travel with your card. So when you have that stamp for the semester on your card, it means you can use your card for the transportation for that semester. With the stamp has a SAR-VV logo on it, so you can use the buses, the tram, as well as some trains within the Saarland region. However, they are not valid for night buses or ICE and TGV trains. Okay. Another functionality is the access to the informatics library and borrowing books and other stuff also from the SUB. You will also need your card to borrow books from those libraries. So when again it's possible for offsite service, you can go and borrow the books by using your student card. Okay. Parking. Okay, right now I will continue with sorry, I got confused with the order of the presentation. I again move myself to this side so you can see better. So basically, this is the also your student card is important for your recognition when you want to park. And this is basically the view of the campus map with the 4 parking locations. I will talk more about this in the transportation slide, which will come after this. But usually you will be able to get a ticket and park for free in the P1, which is this area, and P3 area, which is located in here if you are a student of the university, which will be confirmed by your student card. Okay, so yes, this was a very short presentation. If you have any questions, again, just write on the live chat and also write on the Discord so we can reply either by text or by live sessions later.
Okay, so there should be a full screen button somewhere. Yeah. Okay, hi. I'm Carl, and I'll give a quick presentation on, in general, sports courses at the university, in general, staying fit while Corona shuts everything down. So the first thing is the university has official offers, which are subsidized by the university to be really, really cheap for students or even free, and we'll check those out first. So for this semester, there is actually a list of offline courses which will be in person on the area of the university. You can sign up for those. Voice is too low. Just closer to the mouth, or? Okay.
Yeah, best was quite loud.
Yeah. Yeah, the offline sports courses are basically free or very cheap, so you usually pay something like 10 to 20 euros per semester, and you have to sign up for those courses on the 21st. The events are usually on campus, but there are some off-site events. But as you might have seen the Corona numbers right now, they are going up really, really fast. So nobody really expects any of the courses to happen. So, well, book them at your own risk. Things to note for the offline courses. Some courses are really, really popular, like the climbing and bouldering courses, the swimming courses, and badminton. So if you want to take part in those courses, you should sign up exactly at 9 a.m. once the sign up starts. There are also dancing lessons, and for those you usually need to sign up in pairs. So no signing up as a loner and then using the dancing courses as a dating service. This is not allowed. There are also some offers by external providers, like the rowing club in Saarbrücken, where those clubs cooperate with the university to offer student-compatible pricing, but the location might be really, really far away from the university, or some courses are also just really, really expensive. There's another category of courses, which are workshops, which will teach you some skill in just 1 to 3 events, so not like once a week over the whole semester. For example, what would you have? like how some techniques in climbing and stuff like that. Also, I want to highlight one course in particular, which is the Konditions- und Fitnessgymnastik course, which is basically what would you expect from general all-purpose sports course. So if you want to just stay fit but don't really feel like starting a new sport, just sign up for that and you're good. It's also free, by the way. Since last semester, the university also offers online courses, which are again cheap or free, and you have to sign up for. They're streamed usually once a week right into your living room or wherever you are, and there are live recordings available. Those are the courses that will definitely happen this semester, independent of whatever Corona does. For both offline and online courses, you have the link on the webpage. So or you can also just Google University Saarland, University Sports, and the first link will be the right one. The on-campus locations are really easily reachable. On the map you're seeing right now, E13, so the main computer science building would be to the top right of the map, and you are walking 5 to 10 minutes to where the different locations are. As you can see, the fitness studio and the main indoor sports hall, as well as soccer and climbing, are all on campus, as most other events are as well. Next, the university has its own fitness studio, especially for students. It basically works like every other studio, with the one difference that it's very data-driven, so you'll get a ton more metrics and a really well-built training plan. As usual, it's a subscription-based service, so you pay 20 euros a month with a 3-month subscription minimum. But during Corona, they changed the structure, so you're paying 2 euros per visit to a limit of 20 euros per month. As of today, due to rising Corona numbers, you are forced to wear a mask at any time during training, basically, except from some very limited circumstances. You're able to book a visit there, and you also have to book a visit there via the Hochschulsport app, which you can just find in the usual App Store on Android and iOS. Also, there is a mandatory introductory course before you're allowed to train there, which will teach you how to use the different equipment, and your trainer will also create a custom fitness course together with you. They actually created a quick video, especially for the Corona times, so you can see how it looks there. Let's see if that works. Please, YouTube. Come on. To the left and to the right of the entrance are the dressing rooms. You just check in with your usual student ID. There are a bunch of cardio machines, so both bikes, treadmills, and rowing machines. And as you can see, pretty much every second one is closed to make sure you're not too close to each other. Most of the machines are equipped with a display where you can sign in with your student ID, and those machines tell you what to do in a really easy to understand manner, so even if you've never been to a gym before, you don't feel too stupid when using the machines. Of course, there are the usual weight areas with, well, all the usual stuff what you could ever need. Okay. I want out of the presentation. How do we get to the next slide? Shit.
Oh, there we go.
I think
Escape.
now we can go to the next slide and full screen again. So for other events, there is a company run which most of the university takes part in. So last year when it happened, we had, I think, 1,000 runners from the university. It's a 5-kilometer fun run, so nothing competitive or anything, but it's, well, happening every year unless there's Corona, and there is a free t-shirt in it for you. It's a really cool thing. The second part of this presentation mostly focuses on biking in Saarbrücken. So I'll show you how to get around Saarbrücken by bike, how to acquire a bike, and, well, how Germany works with bikes. So first, it really does make sense to use a bike here, as from the university, from where we are streaming from right now, it's only 10 minutes to a good part of Duttweiler, and you're getting close to Scheid and almost to the Waldhaus and other student housings. And within 15 minutes, you pretty much reach any location a student could live in. So especially in the summer, it's a really great option to get around. I've also got a quick video which shows you what's important for biking in Germany. Let's see if browser playback works. Nope. Atul?
Yeah.
Would you mind helping me switch the window thingy?
Switch the window.
Yeah.
Window capture.
Mm-hmm. I don't see it. Is it still open?
Here it is.
One second, we're trying to get the video online. Please pause and mute. The first one. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
The video already has audio, but I'll just talk over it myself since the main audio is pretty boring. Nope. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. To ride a bike in Germany, it needs to be some. Why is it? Shit. Yeah. If I take this one out of full screen. No, it's capturing everything but the media. Okay, I'll just do it on the fly then. To ride a bike in Germany, it needs to be something that's called road legal, which means it has 2 working brakes, one in the front, one in the back, as well as working lights in the front and the back. Again, it also needs a bell. Yeah, that's about it for what a bike needs to have so you can ride it legally on the street. I would love to show you the relevant road signs in Germany, but that isn't happening right now. Huh?
We're out for some technical difficulty.